Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about a small Spring Boot program to view the HTML page. So first, before starting, I am going to create a Spring Boot starter project, and there I am mentioning the name of that project, Spring Boot HTML, like that I am mentioning. It is the group, artifact version, everything is there, and package will be .com Spring Boot HTML I am mentioning, and here I am just mentioning Spring Web I am mentioning. Then I am completing the starter project. So here Spring Boot HTML, the starter project is now added. It will take some time to fetch all the details hierarchy. Yeah, now it is fetched. So inside Java, this package, Spring Boot HTML package, our main HTML main application, Spring Boot HTML main application is there. Yeah, here nothing need to change in our main application, and I am going to create one controller. So new class, I am giving the name like HTML controller. Yeah, now our new controller class created, the name HTML controller. So I am giving, here I am giving @ see, usually in our programs we are giving, for controller we are giving REST controller. So here I am giving controller. So I will tell you the detail why we are giving the controller instead of REST controller. So I am giving the controller. Then we need to create one request mapping. So I am creating public string HTML. So it need to be return I'm returning test. Okay, yeah, test I am returning. So here I need to mention controller class, request controller class, I need to mention the request mapping. So I am mentioning request mapping / test. Yes, now it is done. Okay, so why we are giving the controller? So if you are giving the controller @ controller, then whatever we are mentioning in return statement, it will link with the file. But if you are mentioning a REST controller, it will only return the whatever we are mentioning. This will return as a plain text. So we need to return test. And if you are keeping, if you have any HTML page like test.html, so we need to display the file. So that's why I put @ controller instead of request controller. So it is done. Our request controller controller class is done. So two things done. So application also done, controller also done. Then we need to create one dependency. So inside our resource, it's inside our application.properties. Yeah, here I am going to mention server.port. By default it will 9014. This port I need to mention. So if localhost 9014 I am mentioning, and inside our pom.xml, yeah, it is nothing great, the same thing we already got, and we need to add one dependency, extra dependency that I already mentioned in Notepad. Yeah, we need to add the timeleaf dependency for the HTML. So I am adding this timeleaf dependency here. So this will, so why we are adding this timeleaf? It is like a template engine. So we can do a set of transformations, or it will search the appropriate file from our template. It will search appropriate file from our template. So what we need to do, we need to add whatever we mentioned in our request class, controller class. Here I mentioned test. So we need to add that test.html file here in templates folder. So I already created one test HTML. I am copying this one and I am pasting in my template. So here I am checking, yeah, test.html is there, test.html. So now I will check, I will try to run this our main application, run as Spring Boot up. Yeah, it is executing. Yeah, application started. Here we can see the application started and the Tomcat started on port 9014. Yes, JVM is running. So I want to run our HTML file. In controller we mentioned /test. So I will open my browser and I will put localhost. It is 9014 slash we are giving the test, so it will link the HTML corresponding. We will try to, yeah. So it is printed whatever we mentioned in test.html. It is printed that HTML page. So like this way we want to print the. So what I mentioned, I created one starter project. So main application is like that only, and in I created one controller. There I mentioned @controller. If you are putting REST controller, then it will just print the test. So I will show you what if will happen. I am putting REST controller. So see, if I am putting the REST controller and I am stopping this program, and again I am running the main application, Spring Boot. Yeah, it is started. Yeah, now one difference I made, I removed the controller, instead that one I put a REST controller. So I already told, if you put REST controller, then it will return only the test. It will not link to this test.html. So it will print only the string. See, if I am refreshing this one, see test, it's just printing the what we value mentioned in return is printed that thing only. So we need to, for printing HTML, we need to put controller. Then it will print our full HTML. Whatever content we are mentioned in HTML page, it will display the thing. Yes, now it is printed the HTML page. And I added one dependency here, timeleaf. So for viewing the HTML page, we need to add one dependency, this one, Spring Boot timeleaf. And one more dependency we can add if you want to change dynamically the changes. So if you want to reflect the changes dynamically, then we can add this dependency dev tools. So I will add this dependency there. So we will check what will happen. Yes, I added the dev tool dependency. And I am running this application. So we will see what will happen. Yes, I'm executing this one. Yes, the same thing happened. And if I am changing here, if I am changing here test1, then what will happen? See, that error is showing that HTML page is not found. So this is the advantage of dev tools, that if you are putting the dependency dev tools, then the changes without deploying or restarting the application, the changes will automatically reflect there. That is the advantage. So that's it regarding the views, HTML views in Spring Boot. And thanks for watching.